Samsung Galaxy S7 1 year later. Is it still worth it? Let's find out in this video. Let's go. So what is up guys, Nick here from Everything Tech, help you to master your technology, and welcome to my 1 year later review of the Galaxy S7. Now personally I've only had this device about 2 months. I titled this video 1 year later because the Galaxy S8 was just announced and the Galaxy S7 is definitely a phone a lot of people are going to be looking into getting at a cheaper price point now that it's a 1 year old flagship. The Galaxy S7, I mean, these phones come out so fast. I just cannot believe that this phone is already quote unquote old. I mean, the technology in here, the dual pixel camera in here is the same camera in the Galaxy S8, heart rate monitor, fingerprint scanner. This thing is loaded with features, water resistance, expandable memory. And I want to share with you my experience with the device and what it's been like overall. So I came from a Galaxy Note 5, and this was an Exynos Galaxy Note 5. So the upgrade from this to the S7 wasn't really an upgrade. It was more like a sidestep to a smaller device. These are about the same overall in terms of performance. So Galaxy S7 about the same as Note 5 in my opinion in terms of performance. Screen quality about the same once again as the Note 5. I actually think the Note 5 screen is better because it's larger. And but the S7 gives me expandable memory, which the Note 5 didn't give me. The S7 gives me water resistance, which creates peace of mind when using this device out in the rain. One thing I did notice about the S7 that I really enjoyed was the ergonomics of this device. It just felt beautiful in the hand. It always feels beautiful in the hand. It just curves around into your palms. This reminded me of the Galaxy S3 days when that device came out. It had a nice curve into your palms. The S6 was a little bit sharper in the corners, and the S5, just forget about it. I did not really like the S5 design. Comment down below if you didn't like the S5 design either, but that's just my opinion. You might differ, and that's okay, because that's what's beautiful about the world. We all have our own differing opinions on things, and we can all help each other out by sharing those. And you can see right here, I do have this little tinny speaker here on my S7, and I don't really think this thing performed that well. This is where the iPhone 7 really has a leg up on the Galaxy S7. Now, this does support fast charging, and this feature is incredible. I love fast charging, and this has been on Samsung devices since the S6, as well as I think even the S5 had fast charging. Don't quote me on that one though. But the charging speeds have been incredible because this phone, you know, it doesn't always make it through a day, but I think Nougat has helped its battery life. It's been pretty good on Nougat. So for the 3000 milliamp hour battery in a phone this small, my experience has been pretty good on battery life. But if it ever runs down, I do have the ability to quickly charge it really fast. You can go take a shower, put this on charge, and like 30 minutes later your phone is almost fully charged again. So that's great. One of my favorite things after using this phone for a couple of months has been the camera. The camera on the Galaxy S7 is no joke. It's not overrated. It's a really good camera. Indoors it's not the best. You know, smartphone cameras are still struggling in my opinion indoors and in low light. But overall, this camera will stun you when you take pictures in bright lights and outdoors. You'll be surprised that you got the level of quality that you did out of a smartphone. And the ability to focus on things incredibly quick on the S7 makes this a really good camera if you're trying to get pictures in a snap. Because I mean, look at that. If you see that focus, you're never gonna miss a moment if you got your camera app opened here on the S7. So I really enjoyed that here. The front-facing camera did let me down here on the S7. I don't think it's the best in the world, but I don't take a lot of selfies, so I don't really care. What else do I enjoy about the Galaxy S7? And that's just that it's feature packed. It has pretty much all the features in the kitchen sink that you can ask for, and it's not really missing much. It doesn't have an IR blaster, but I don't really watch TV, so I don't really care. But some of you probably do care about that. You probably are thinking, well, you know what, Samsung, if I'm gonna pay premium price, I should have at least an IR blaster on my S7, shouldn't I? But no. So with the Galaxy S8 coming out, the Nougat software is a little bit revised. It is a little bit cleaner. It's a little more modern looking, the software. But overall, the Nougat software is pretty similar on the S7 as what you're gonna get on the upcoming S8, besides the difference in icons, which I'm sure you can just go ahead and change in the little bits when developers bring out, you know, an application for the Play Store icon pack that looks just like the Galaxy S8. We do this every year. We customize our phones to look like the latest and greatest phones. Also, let me talk about something I really enjoyed about the S7 after using it for a couple months, and that was the, phone call quality. I thought it was really good. It sounded crystal clear, like HD. So if you're into phone calls, you're really gonna like the S7 for that. The buttons on this phone were very clicky, very easy to find, and they rest just about in the perfect place. I mean, look at that, look at them ergonomics right there. Like, it's right where your thumb would be. You don't have to make any stretches or nothing like that. And even though this phone is not the smallest phone in the world, it's not a super large phone, but you still have the triple click to bring the phone down. So like I said, you have all those features that really make this a stunner of a phone here. So after, is it still worth it basically after a year? I definitely think this phone is still worth it after a year, especially at its discounted price point. I mean, the Galaxy S8 is gonna run you around $850 if you get the S8 Plus, around $735 or so for the regular model. Now that Infinity display is stunning, but some people still don't want to stomach the cost of $730 for a phone. And the Galaxy S7 at half the price is really going to give you a similar experience, at half the price. So I can definitely recommend you pick up a Galaxy S7 if you're not into the whole, buying the latest and greatest phone. This phone will definitely last you at least one more year until you see what they do with the S9, that phone coming out next year. The S8 hasn't even dropped and I'm already talking about the S9, but all I'm trying to get at with this video is that I've had a great experience with the Galaxy S7, and I think that a lot of people have also had a great experience with the Galaxy S7. And if you're looking to buy one, if you're trying to find a video to answer this question, instead of, dancing around and just talking about the specs, I'm sharing with you my full experience. And if you want my recommendation, you got it from this channel, because this is a great smartphone. One thing I would not recommend is don't go buy the Galaxy S7 if you know you're a tech head, if you know you want the latest and greatest, because if you buy the S7, you're going to be looking at the S8 like, why did I buy the S7? But if you're not someone who is crazy obsessed with having the latest and greatest, you're going to be very, very happy with the S7. If you're not someone even looking at the S8, you got an S6, S5, just go ahead and do the jump. It's a great upgrade. Not so much from the S6. If you have an S6, I would actually skip this one out, go right to the Galaxy S8. But if you have an S5 or lower, this is going to be a nice upgrade. If you have a Note 5, this is a solid upgrade from the Note 5. I just think it's more of a sidestep than it is an upgrade. The Note 5 is still a beast of a phone, very future-proof, and I love this device here. But anyway, Galaxy S7 1 year later, it's a go for me. That's pretty much gonna wrap this one up. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns? Drop them down below in the comment section of this video. If you have a Galaxy S7 or an S7 Edge, please share your experience in the comment section of this video, or your thoughts about how it's been, how you've liked it, how you disliked it, whatever, to help everyone out who's looking to buy one of these phones at a cheaper price now. This was Nick here, helping to master your technology. Be sure to be well. Like the video if you enjoyed it. I will catch you all in the next one, and peace.